Good morning. Right, I've come out for the day because I've been stuck at home for 2 days, not feeling very well at all. Don't know what was up with me. I just had absolutely no energy. I did the video earlier this week, the van tour, and the van was in disarray. I'd left stuff all over, and the plan was to go in and tidy it all up, and it took me a day before I could get the energy to go and do that. So I thought, right, I need some fresh air. So I've come to Melton Country Park in Leicestershire, which is just right on the edge of Melton Mowbray town, and apparently it's 140 acres of woodland with lakes by the looks of it and wildlife, and it's a free car park and there's a cafe. So I'm going to show you around here as I go for my little walk. I might then pop into Melton Mowbray and see if I can get traditional Melton Mowbray pork pie and have a mooch around some of the charity shops. But I've just got here, I've parked up, and I'm going to make myself a cup of tea because I've got something I'm dying to try. This arrived yesterday. I was hoping it was going to arrive for the van tour video, but it didn't. Look at this! My little Dottie kettle. She's so cute. Look, she's dead tiny. That's the size of my hand, and that's her, but it's only for me. And unfortunately, the lid isn't a brilliant fit. And the first day I got her, Mark flippin' dropped the lid. He was devastated, but I just think it's an enamel kettle, and I think it just adds to its character. But I'm dead chuffed with it, but I haven't tried it yet. So I'm going to make myself a hot drink. I'm going to chill for a few minutes. It's quite a trek to get here. It's nearly an hour to drive here. So rather than go to the cafe and get something to drink, I thought, well, I've got everything here with me. So I'm going to make myself a cup of tea in my new Dottie kettle. Now, I can't call her Dottie because Dottie is Dottie, but I need to have a name for the kettle. Now, I watch Romany Pirates. I don't know if you watch them on their van tours. They call their kettle Gretel. So I can't steal that, but I think it's brilliant. Gretel the kettle. But come on, help me out here. What can I call my kettle? Spot? 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 Spot the kettle? No, I don't like that. I need something creative to call my kettle. Anyway, in the meantime, I'm going to make myself a cup of tea. Right, I'm on a wee bit of a wonk here. Hopefully it will be all right. Why won't that go in? Doesn't want to play, does it? Oh, I tell you why. Because I haven't turned that over. Silly woman. Silly, silly woman. It's got a safety mechanism, hasn't it? There we go. I worry myself sometimes. I feel like my kettle should be called Poppy. I don't know why, but Poppy comes to mind. Poppy the kettle. Help me out with this. Right. Do I want a mug or do I want a china cup? I feel like it's a china cup and saucer sort of day. There's not a lot of room in here to open drawers, that's for sure. China cup, china saucer. I don't think I've got any biscuits with me. I might. What time is it? It's 11:20. I'm tempted to have like a bowl of soup or something. I've got some soup in there. I might have some soup before I go for a walk, because I think if I go for a walk and I'm hungry, I haven't eaten anything yet today. So I think I might have some soup before I go. So once I've had my cup of tea, I'll grab some soup. So I was thinking this morning as I was driving here, I thought about putting the camera on while I was driving and doing a little bit of a chit chat on the road. And somebody commented on my video the other day, it's illegal to vlog and drive. So I started doing a bit of research and looking it up because I don't want to break the law. Anyway, it turns out, it's not illegal to vlog and drive. It's illegal to hold a device while you're driving, of course. It's also illegal to even touch the screen of a device. Did you know that? It's illegal to touch the screen of a device, even if your hand's free, from what I've researched. However, I don't do that. When I'm filming, I have my GoPro on a bracket right out of the way. It's right up near the mirror so it doesn't obscure my view. And basically, I don't touch it. I set it recording before I start driving. And then I turn it off when I stop driving. And then I edit out the bits that I don't need. So let me just open a window. I forgot to open a window and I've got the gas cooker on. I talk to the camera, but it's no different than me talking to a person sat in the seat next to me. In fact, I would argue it's less distracting than having somebody there, because if I'm talking to a camera and I don't stare at the camera when I'm recording, I'm normally looking at where I'm going and I'm just talking in the same way as I am now. You know, I can do other things. And if I had something happen, I literally just stop talking and concentrate fully on what I'm doing. Whereas if you've got somebody else in the car that you're talking to, they're often more of a distraction. So I didn't record myself on the way here, but I thought, well, I will just address it in this video, because I know some people do worry, and I totally get it. You know, if you certainly shouldn't be holding your phone or holding a camera or something while you're trying to drive, of course. But yeah, the fact that I don't even touch it, you know, I literally put it on before I start driving. Of course, this isn't going to whistle because it hasn't got a whistler bit. Let me get my milk. So yes, if you ever see me driving and vlogging, please don't worry. I'm not using a handheld device and I'm not breaking the law. That handle gets a bit hot. Oh my God, I absolutely love her. She's amazing. Right, so I could do soup, or as I've got water left in the kettle, I've also got a pot noodle thing. It's like an Itsu noodle pot. I might have that instead of soup. Life's full of little decisions, isn't it? Ouch, it's hot. So I have got satay ramen rice noodle pot. I think I'm going to have this. How do I do this? It can't be that difficult, can it? Remove broth sachet, add boiling water to fill line, stir and wait 5 minutes. Right, even I can manage those instructions. Remove broth from pot and pour over noodles. Oh, I've forgotten to do that bit. God, they're simplest of instructions and I've got them the wrong way round. Oh, there's only 3 things you have to do, and I got it the wrong way round. What am I like? All right, let's see if it makes much difference if I put the broth sachet in second. It doesn't smell too bad. Alrighty, so I am about to head out on my walk. I think it's about 3 kilometres around the country park. Looks like quite an easy circular route around the lakes and things. But before I go, I wanted to tell you about some shoes that I'm wearing. A company reached out to me and asked if I would like to try a pair of their shoes. And to be honest, my first reaction was, oh, I've not heard of the company, so no, I don't think I'm bothered about doing any kind of paid promotions. And then I chatted to my brother, who's got a YouTube channel, and I chatted to my friend Tracy, who's done lots of paid partnerships. And they both said, look, check out the company. If you like the look of them, why not? So I did a bit of Googling. The company are called Fitville. To say, I hadn't heard of them before, but they specialise in shoes that are good for either wide feet, because they have what they call a wide toe box, or for people who have got feet diseases or problems, such as for diabetics, or if you've got things like plantar fasciitis or bunions, or, you know, any of those sort of problems that you might have with your feet. Now, I've worn a certain well-known comfortable shoe for many years, because I really struggle these days with, I have wide feet anyway, but I really struggle to find shoes that are comfortable. I don't wear heels anymore. I live in trainers and walking shoes and slip-ons and boots, but I've never really found a pair that are very, very comfortable. So the well-known brand that I've worn for a long time were about the closest I could get. So when Fitville reached out and I had a look at their catalogue and what they offer, I thought, Actually, I'm going to give these a try because I do a lot of outdoor walking and stuff. For everyday shoes that you can wear all day, every day, that's what I was looking for. Anyway, so they sent me a pair of shoes. I said specifically I wanted at least a month to be able to wear the shoes and try them, because I wanted to give an authentic and real review of the shoes, and I didn't feel I could do that if I just tried them on and, you know, worn them for a couple of hours. Well, I have worn them now. I think I've had them 3 weeks. I don't need a month before I tell you about them. They are, without a shadow of a doubt, the most comfortable shoes I own. I have literally, apart from going to bed, I've pretty much not taken them off my feet for 3 weeks. When we went on the narrowboat a couple of weeks ago, they were the only shoes I took with me. I even forgot to take any slippers, so they were worn all day, every day, and they are just so comfortable. I think what I like about them is because they are a wider fit, that the way they're designed, the toe box is wide enough for my wonky shaped feet. But when I've tried other wide shoes, they seem to be wide right across the whole of the foot, which means that they're often slipping around the heel. These don't at all. They are so comfortable and they are like walking on air. I will definitely be buying more. Now, Fitville, if you want to check them out, they have lots of details on their website about all the technical stuff, like the type of soles that they use and the way they design the footbed and all of the technical stuff. Now, I'm not a details person, and quite honestly, that doesn't really do it for me. So I could sit here and I could read you all of the technical stuff. It means nothing to me. If you're anything like me, it probably won't mean anything to you either. All I'm really interested in is, are they supportive? Are they comfortable? Can I walk in them without having to worry about getting blisters and sore feet? That's all I was really interested in. So they have got all the technical specifications. You can go and check it out. I'll put a link to the website in the description. Other than that, they are just comfortable. So let me just have a look and tell you what the actual model is that I'm wearing. Right, so these are the Women's Rebound Core walking shoes V9 in jet black. They're a size 7 wide. They're a 2E width fitting. I'm a UK 7 and these are a perfect fit for me. I have seen some things on the website that say they think they come up a bit big, so go a half size down. I haven't done that. I went for a 7. They sent me a 7. The 7 is perfect. So yeah, that's Fitville, and they've given me a massive discount code for you if you're interested in giving them a try. They're offering 28% off your order. So if you just use the code DA28, you'll get 28% off your order. That's not in conjunction with any other sales they've got on at the minute, but 28%, you know, that's huge. Anyway, let's get cracking, otherwise I'm not going to get this walk done. I'm just going to clear up my cup and things and then we'll be off. Okay, so here we are. This is the free car park. So you can see there's loads of space. I think if you wanted to park overnight here, there would be no problem at all. That's Dottie just there, but I am on a little bit of a slant. Lovely little old camper over there. This is the cafe. Before I go for my walk, I just want to go and see if there are any public toilets. Oh, it's closed. Ah, that's annoying. I was hoping for a toilet. Fields in Trust, Queen Elizabeth II field. Right, so play area, is this where I am? Oh no, here, entry from Wyndham Way, that's where I am, I think. Visitor centre. So we'll go down here, and I think it's this red route, the long route, 2.5 miles, that's the one I'm taking. So I wonder if they're marked red and blue. I'm rubbish at reading maps, so if they don't tell me exactly explicitly where I need to go, I don't know. Do I go up those steps there or do I go around that way? I think I go that way. I love it when they put these little sculptures and things in the woods, just little interesting features, you know. He's sweet, isn't he? Looks like somebody's poked his eye out though. Right, let's keep going. I'm gonna climbing forest. What have we got here? Melton Mowbray Baby Memorial Garden in association with Stevens. Footprints. Oh, it's pretty. I have got this track on all trails on my phone as well, so if I get lost, I'll refer to my All Trails app. There's another little sculpture there, look, the hedgehog. So cute. I love autumn. I love it when you walk and there's all the leaves on the ground. Just so pretty. I think autumn is my favourite season of the year. Especially on a day like today when it's cool, but it's crisp. There's a freshness in the air. Mr. Fox. Not sure what I need to do with this footpath being closed. I wonder if I can just bypass it and go around the outside. There, looks like I can. Oh, look at him. I was a little bit wary of swans. How do I get around here then? Don't you come near me, Mr. Swan. I'm just going to keep going. Right, this is interesting. Right, come on, Fitville Shoes. Get me down these steps safely. There we go. Toad. Possibly a frog. Not sure why the bridge isn't open. Now then, do I go up the steps or under the arch? I'm going to go up the steps and see what's up there. Now, there's a path that way and a path that way. I want to do the longer walk. It would be easier if they had little signs saying either red route or blue route, wouldn't it? Not sure what that is. Is it butterflies? They're having fun. This avenue of 40 oak trees was planted on 26th of November 92 to commemorate the 40th anniversary of Her Majesty the Queen's accession to the throne. Oh, these trees are beautiful, aren't they? I think anything beats being out in nature. So maybe I have missed them because there is a post there with a red dot. So perhaps they are signed and I just haven't seen them. Well, I tell you what, I feel so much better for getting out in some fresh air. The last couple of days I've just had no energy at all. But just something nice about getting the body moving, isn't there? And getting out in nature. Can't underestimate it, you really can't. A little car park here, but this looks like it would be a quieter car park, much smaller. But if you wanted somewhere that's possibly a little bit more remote and off the beaten track, not the main car park, this might be okay. Actually, literally just, so that's where I just showed you. And there's another little sort of field there. I don't know if you'd be allowed to park up there overnight. Can't see anything saying you can't. And then you would just come in from the main roads up there. Interesting. Part of the National Cycle Network. Got a squirrel on the grass up here. You won't get it on the camera, I'm too far away. There he goes. Could be a she, I don't know. There's another car park here, backing onto the country park again. Huge, plenty of room for a van or a motorhome. Something over there. Little sculpture or something. Let's plod over and have a little look and see what this is. It's a pretty little space. Oh, it's for the NHS. Circle of Life COVID Memorial Garden. God, I'm not sorry to see the back of those days. That's for sure. Right, so it looks like if I wanted to, I could cut my walk short. I don't want to, but I could. And just head over the bridge there. But I'm going to carry on this way and do the full circular route. Yet another car park. I'm wondering if I'm getting my car parks mixed up. You are here. Redwood Avenue car park. I might not put all of this in. That's a lot of talk about car parks, isn't it? I think it's just interesting that there are so many places that you can get into the country park without having to use the main car park, and they're all free. Little hobbit hole there. That was a really nice walk actually. I think I might have missed a turn or something because I seem to have got back a lot quicker than I was meant to. I think that was about an hour and I thought it was meant to be about an hour and a half. So I might have to look at the map and see where I went wrong. But yeah, nice walk. Lovely to see so many people out and about with their dogs. Loads and loads of dogs. Right, I desperately need the toilet though. And there are no loos open. Might have to make use of my own facilities, I think. Right, so I think what I need to do, drop the curtains, put the blind up, use my own facilities. I don't know if I've shown you this before, but I put this suction handle on the back tailgate window because although we put the button on so we can open the tailgate from the inside, it's really hard to close it. And I saw somebody on YouTube, I can't remember who it was, had put one of these, I think they're for pulling panels out of cars, you know, if you've had a dent. But I've just stuck it on the window and it means I can close the tailgate from the inside because it's a bit of a pain otherwise. Right, it's 1:30 and I've got to get Connie from school at 3:30 and it's an hour's drive to get back there, so I've got about an hour to kill, so I'm definitely not going to have time to get into Melton Mowbray and have a mooch around the charity shops, but that's not a problem. I can come back on another day. I always forget actually how tight it is when Connie's at school. So for those who are new around here, Connie's my granddaughter and she's 10 years old. And my daughter is a nurse and works some weird shifts. So we quite often look after Connie. But on a school day, it's like there's hardly any time between dropping her off and picking her up. I'm sure school days were way longer when I was at school. They probably just felt it. Right, so this is my black shower curtain. And I'm just going to pop this up at in the divide between the windows, and I'll pull the curtains down so I've got a bit of privacy to do what I need to do. It's going to get dark in here, isn't it? All this just to have a pee. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have time to go into Melton Mowbray. I'm not going to have time to find a pork pie, and I'm not going to have a chance to go and look around the charity shop. So we'll have to do that next time I come to Melton Mowbray. I've got a little bit of time to kill. Not a lot, just enough to poppy the kettle back on. Do you like what I did there? And have another cup of tea before I hit the road back home and collect Connie. I will see you in the next episode. If you've enjoyed this, please give it a like, give it a thumbs up. It makes a huge difference to YouTube and to me, and I'll be very grateful. And if you're not already subscribed and you fancy doing that, hit the subscribe button. It costs you absolutely nothing to subscribe, but it does help with the YouTube algorithm and I'd be really appreciative. Anyway, on that note, I'm off. See you next time. Take care. Come on, Poppy. Do your stuff.